Hey, this is John Carlos, and I am here with a look at the Walmart exclusive NECA action figure of Tatsu from the 1990 live-action Ninja Turtles movie. I have not been secretive on my channel that I don't like soft goods. Now, having gotten that out of the way, when I first saw official photos of this figure, official photos because the leaks were very leaky long before the official announcement came out. When I saw the official photos and I saw that it was a cloth goods figure, I said, boo! However, now that I've got it in hand, I have to say, I don't hate this. I really don't hate this. In fact, I get when you look at like the size of his shirt and sleeves and like the kind of pants he's wearing, if this was all sculpted and then like broken up, it would look kind of funky. So I think this is a pretty good way to go. And they do have some sculpted areas, like this sort of almost, like it's not quite suspenders, but you know what I mean, that meets the shoulder piece. This shoulder piece is sculpted. The little icon on the back, that's all actually very well sculpted, and I really dig how that looks. The paint on a little silver shoulder section looks good. The little textured pattern going along the front looks really good, and the fabric itself has a nice design to it. It lays really well. The pants have a certain kind of appropriate level of like bunchiness or puffiness. They don't hang in a weird way. I really dig the way they look. His little martial arts shoes look cool. Yeah, all in all, this figure looks really good as far as the silhouette it creates, its presence on the shelf, and the fabric all looks really good. Now, the head. This head is great. It really captures that stern scowl. I mean, he mostly just speaks and grunts in the movie. The paint for that little like shaved section of the head looks good, but man, those furrowed brows, the actual sculpt of the eyebrows, but then the little wrinkle line right in the middle there, that chin, the lip, the eyes. This is a really good likeness, and I'm really happy with it. We get another portrait, and it's not as great, but still works. The teeth, the open mouth, the mustache look all right, but when it comes to the defining look of the character, I think this really sells him a lot more than this. I almost wish the face was a little more intense, because when he is yelling and like, beating up other Foot Clan people, I feel like it's a little more intense than this. This expression is a little soft. This figure comes with a lot of accessories. Not all of them I recall being in the original movie. Starting with these pair of grip hands. They're just standard grip hands. We also have a pair of like karate chop hands. And we also have this like partial grip hand. You can see that the fingers are separated there. I believe this is for gripping the fan. I think I read online somewhere a while ago that the fan was from a scene that was cut out of the movie. But it was featured like on a trading card, so like the photo of him holding it exists. We also have the closed fan. You can just see right there. It's a tiny little accessory. It's not much of an accessory, but the sculpt on the little closed ridges of the fan is actually pretty impressive as far as the scale of it. Now, this is a pretty fun accessory from when Shredder is doing the little like ceremony inducting a new foot soldier. This is the folded mask that Tatsu hands him, and that's really fun. We also get this Oni mask, which I know in the 2012 series he wears. I don't think it's this exact one, but if you're going to pad out a character who in the movie doesn't really have a lot of accessories aside from like handing over a mask and holding a knife, if you're going to do some references to other things, it's nice that they included the Oni mask. Now we also get this sword. Technically it's a katana, I think. I don't know, but the sword comes with its own scabbard. It fits into the scabbard rather nicely. And we get this kendo stick, which looks really good. Like, if you've ever seen a kendo stick, the separation of the bamboo on this is very nicely sculpted. I think they did a really good job with this. I really dig this. Here he is with the mask on. I'm not going to display him with the mask on, but I can't deny that it does look pretty cool on the figure. While I was looking at this, I realized there's a few other little details I forgot to mention, like the fact that his belt, which is like sculpted, has a cloth goods, like elastic belt that goes over it. Also, he's got some writing on his sleeve, and I think that writing looks pretty cool. So here's the alternate portrait on the figure, and I don't know if I was being too harsh before, but I don't hate this either. I mean, it's not the best. I still think the other head works, but I'm liking how this looks on the figure. Here he is holding the fan, and with that facial expression, I really dig how aggressive he is, how enthusiastic he is about that fan. Now, I'm not terribly thrilled with NECA's partnership with Walmart, mostly because trying to get stuff at Walmart is kind of a pain in the ass. In particular, this figure. Trying to get it online, because I've not seen it in stores at all. The website was constantly putting it in stock, and every time I was trying to buy it, it would fall out of the cart. And this happened over many, many days. It was constantly showing up and going out of stock, showing up and going out of stock. I'm not one to always just blame the scalpers and their bots, but the fact that it was constantly just selling out so quickly, I'm like, is this bots? I think this is bots. Anyway, I swear to God, like on the 30th time trying to buy this, it went in my cart, I was able to buy it, and then I checked back like a minute later, sold out again. So hopefully, if you're watching this review, you were able to get this figure at some point, because I found it really difficult. Now, as we wrap this up, I just want to point out that some of the articulation on this is a little stiff, which isn't the worst thing. It's better that than loose. And also, there's some pretty basic articulation. Like the elbow joints aren't like double elbow joints. There's nothing too heavy with range of motion in this. It's all pretty basic. But the fact that he's so shrouded in fabric, I don't need to highlight too much articulation, because it would all be covered. Like really high dynamic range of poses would be kind of masked by this fabric, these puffy, almost hammer pants. But man, let me tell you, I've been wanting this figure for a while. Even when I was a kid and they made Playmates Ninja Turtles figures, like the movie line, and like the Super Shredder and the Token Razar figures, I always wanted like a Tatsu. They made Foot Soldiers, and he's like his right-hand man, and he's in 2 movies. And then NECA started making figures, and I wanted a Tatsu figure then, and they've made like Danny and like 3 different Casey Joneses and all these different Aprils and so many other figures, different paint jobs on Super Shredder. And now we finally have a Tatsu, and I'm not disappointed. I'm really happy. That scowl looks great. The cloth goods look really damn good. I am really, really happy with this. And honestly, like, I'm not trying to be too hyperbolic. After all the years that NECA has been making the movie figures, I honestly thought we were never going to get this guy. Like, they would have done him by now, right? And yet, here we are. You have to get it through Walmart, but still, here we are. And I think it looks great. I'm a very happy camper. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this figure, and if you want to be up to date with all my latest reviews, be sure to click subscribe. Now go, play